All right, so Kevin Holland gets his 13th UFC win.
I'm just the best gatekeeper you guys have ever seen. I'll fight anybody up. I'll fight anybody down. I don't give a fuck. Just keep Kevin around.
Kevin Trailblazer Holland.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
All right, welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Matt right now and I are just starting. We have Kevin Holland coming on today. We may have actor Florian Montanu, sorry, it's a hard name to say, coming on. He was Drago in Creed. They're just working out a schedule, so he may or may not be on, but hopefully he will be.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
You want me to start with a little story? Or no?
I would love a little story.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
Know what I love about you? A lot of things, but you. No, don't.
I'm gonna guess
Okay.
the fact that I'm charismatic and bubbly.
Yes, I mean, I feel I'm the same way. That's why we get along so well.
Yes.
You don't judge me.
No.
All right. Don't judge me after this next thing when I tell
No,
you.
I love you.
Well-
You're nuts, but no, I like Matt as Matt is.
But listen, I had something happen the other night that never happened before. You know, so it's the second it happened, I go, oh, well, you know, this will be interesting, I guess, with the podcast.
You took a finger.
I said what never happened to me before. Let's keep my spicy life.
All right.
In whatever I tell you, Jimmy.
Okay.
I'm now. But listen, my
I
point
was
is,
rooting for you.
my point, no pun
Yeah.
intended, is all right. So listen, man. Hey, you know I was in the Dodge Durango for a while, right? My Durango. I'm getting out of my truck.
Yeah.
And to get out of it now, listen, man. I'm a busy guy. I'm down to. I don't even check voicemails anymore.
Right.
I'm like, Jimmy, your friend, you're a very good friend.
Yeah.
You're looking at right here.
My dear friend.
I'm a dear friend. I'm pretty much in my own world.
Yeah.
I really am, Jimmy. I mean, I don't know what's going on, and I've been off Twitter forever. I don't know what's going on in the Twitterverse. I don't know I'm in my own world, and it's a happy place. But that's not the point. The point is this. I don't catch up. I don't look at my emails. I don't look at stuff. So sometimes people can try to get in touch with me, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I got to return my truck. But before you return it, I had to get the hatch fixed in the back, right? And the engine. So I postponed my thing because it's on automatic payment, but it took longer than expected. So I just got the truck back, right? Monday. After the show. I got it right back after the show on Monday. So
Right.
that night, I like to spend the night. Sometimes I put it on the Instagram late at night. This was later than usual. This was around like 12:30 in the morning. I'm by my fire, having a Modelo, like a company guy. I don't know if they still Modelos are nice. Getting my head right a little bit, thinking about the day, thinking about just turning 50. You know, I just got my truck back. What am I going to get into next? Who knows? And all of a sudden I hear beep.
I can't hear you. You're when you beep loudly, the computer thing shuts it off. I heard the first beep, but then I couldn't hear.
I just did 4 beeps.
Okay.
And then I look on my Ring camera, and it's a tow truck going in my driveway. So I go out. So you got to picture me where at the state I'm at, with my feet up, I'm by the fire, shirt off.
Having a Modelo.
Having a Modelo, amongst other things. And I'm like, oh, this is not what? So I go out front. There's this big guy, tow truck driver. I'm like, I go, what's up, buddy? He goes, hey, what's up, man? And I guess these guys are used to confrontations, you know?
Yeah.
Repo guys.
He sees you walking out shirtless.
Oh, listen, man. He was a nice guy. I go, he goes, yeah, the dealer, the Chrysler, the finance, you missed payments or you want it back. Because I guess it's on automatic payment. You know what's funny about this, Jimmy? I called them to postpone it, but you know they keep you on hold.
Yeah.
You know my ADD. So I'm like, dude, I'll just call them back, and I never did. So you know, it is rightfully they're in the right to want their truck back. So I knew the situation right away. Oh, I go, you know what? This makes sense.
Well, how far back were you? Can I ask that? Was it more than 3?
No, it was 2 months, I think.
Only 2 months, and
I'm pretty sure it was 2 months. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was crazy. But you know, I was getting stuff fixed on the car. I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, and then you know, then I ended up looking at the emails like, oh, yo, they're trying to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So I tell the guy, I go, hey man, I go, look, let me get some. I go, let me get my weed out of the car. No, I'm only kidding. I go, let me get my stuff out of my car. And you want an espresso or a water? He goes, oh no, man, you're being great. You know, but thanks for being so cool about this. Like, hey, dude, hey, listen. I go, life's like a fight, man. You got to roll with the punches. I go, did you ever think about doing jiu-jitsu? I'm telling the guy.
Get a client.
He goes, no, my father does it. He's a nice guy. So anyway, I'm in another rent-a-car right now. I'm thinking, and you know what's really sucks about this? The credit. My credit's going to go to shit.
Well, were you behind? Was it just a rough couple of months?
You know what happens? It's off of no, I know. I mean, dude, I have my neighbors are probably thinking, oh man, it's must be rough at the Serra household. But no. It's not a money thing. It's just more of it's on automatic like payments.
Yeah. Just does it.
It was done. So then I did, but you understand? So the
lease was up.
The lease was up.
Okay.
You know what's funny about this? If the only thing's not funny is it's gonna fuck my credit score. But dude, listen, the guy's doing me a favor. I don't feel like I had to bring it back to another place, and I had to bring it back. Yeah, take the fucking thing. But now my credit score is gonna be fucked. Is this
the car, Matt? Is this the car you brought to that asshole? You said that there was the one guy who was a real dick at a car at like one of the mechanics.
Oh yes, that guy.
Is this the vehicle you brought? This
is the vehicle I brought, and that was one of the reasons I had something wrong with the engine.
Oh, okay.
There's other people. I'll give a shout out to Massapequa Auto Body Shop. Those people are great. Yeah. I like them. They're nice, and they do such wonders with the car. But anyway, they're nice people. These other people I didn't like at all. That guy was rude that day, and I'd have to go see that guy again too. So this is maybe a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I mean, you see this?
Yeah.
This cup right here.
Yeah.
If I look in it, there's like maybe that much of espresso. Half full to me.
You're happy.
Half full to me. Dude, the other day I thought it was a birthday text. And it was in this old hairdresser I knew. She told me her brother died that I knew. I used to climb trees with this kid as I used to be running around the neighborhood. Again, this kid Mark, nice kid.
Yeah.
My age. Dude, when people start dropping dead at 50, it's really not people don't go, oh my God. They go, oh, that's young, but what happened?
Yeah.
It's
not a giant shock.
I know. And that's what scares me.
Well, that's also when you hit 50, and I'm a couple years older, I'm 5 years older than you start to realize, like, wow, when your friends are dying of natural causes, like, wow, it does become now, like, I'm lucky to be here.
Dude, I enjoy every single day, Jimmy. I enjoy every single day.
You do.
I try to.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I'm all amped up. Mrs. Sarah's in trouble tonight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, keep my chest. Listen to me. We got to do the ride. I seen the end of the ride. I seen it. You know what I mean? It's not good.
No. Well, you know, it could be fast.
Listen, what's going on? What else is going on? We got some guests coming.
I'm great.
Me getting repoed, my car.
That's all right. We haven't. Our guest has not arrived yet, so they'll work out whatever is supposed to be. We're just and we're going to talk to Kevin Holland when he comes. I'm flying to Idaho tomorrow. So if you think you got a fucking dull day, I'm going to Idaho, and then I drive 7 hours to Portland on Saturday.
Are you doing it solo or no?
Yeah, I'm doing one show Friday, one Saturday, and instead of taking a shit small plane on Saturday morning to Portland, I'll just fly. I'll just drive overnight. I'd rather just drive than take a short flight.
7 hours.
It's a long drive, but I don't like those small planes, and those flights always get canceled, or if the weather is bad, the flight is delayed by 3 hours. Yeah, I just can't miss the gig.
I'm with you. I saw La Bamba. I know those little planes.
That's right. It's scary.
You know?
Well, no one cares about the Big Bopper. Let's
be
honest.
Bopper.
Frank, what was his name? Oh my God, Richie Valens, and Buddy Holly, of course. But then, Willie Nelson was supposed to possibly be on that plane.
Oh, no.
I think he lost the coin toss. I believe there was a coin toss between Willie Nelson and one more guy. There's only like 3 seats or whatever, plus the pilot, and Willie Nelson lost the coin toss and stayed alive.
Listen, coin toss.
Coin toss. The coin toss.
The coin toss.
Yeah.
And, people might say, what do you like better? The Willie Nelson, always on my mind, or the Pet Shop Boys, always on my mind? Not even close. I love Willie Nelson. Big advocate for reefer. But you are always on my mind. You're always on my mind.
It's neither one of their songs.
Hey, well, it is.
It
is. Oh, well, okay, Mr. Jeopardy, you know it all. I know. How much for this question? Listen to me. I know. And that's my least favorite. Pet Shop Boys, boy, do they do it right. I like it. I like it a lot, the Pet Shop Boys. I like a few of their songs. You'll find that at Sarah BJJ blasting.
Yeah.
Hey, I did the waiter sweep into an arm lock. When that's not working, the base is good. I wrapped around for a knee bar. Oh, I didn't realize I've been doing K-guard since the 90s. Nowadays they're coming out with the letters for names and moves. So I'm like, oh, shit, man. They go, oh, that's the K-guard. I go going to a knee bar. Oh, fuck, man. I never put a letter on it back in the day, but I've been doing this shit since the 90s. I was hearing about this K-guard shit, and I go, oh, man, I got to learn that. I realize I know it. Jiu-jitsu, bro. This is jiu-jitsu talk.
I know. By the way, I was wrong. It was Waylon Jennings, not Willie Nelson. I looked that up as you were talking. I trained today. It was grueling. It was grueling today.
Oh, it's hot out there? Hot?
No. It was just tiring. It was my training partner and I, who's a purple belt, running how to pass guard and then prevent him from passing guard, and then standing up. It's fucking tiring, man. I have no wind whatsoever. Man. But I love doing it. I do love it.
I can make my way in there now. My schedule's a little bit more.
I would love that.
Let's do it on a day opposite of the podcast. Unless you want me to sit right next to you in this thing, it'd be weird.
Why don't you come on? How about next Thursday?
I think next Thursday should be good.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I'm here.
That'll be something for us to talk about on Monday's show.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to tentatively.
Tentatively. Try it again.
No.
Tentatively.
No. Say it again one more time.
Tentatively.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah. I watched the Acolyte.
What is that? Is that the new Star Wars show?
Yeah, come on. It's not. We'll try to get Florian on another.
Yes, we'll work it out.
Guy's not making it. All right. Drago's kid from Reed. That's all right. We got Kevin Holland coming on.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
What was I just up to? I was saying something.
You were talking about the new Star Wars show.
The Acolyte.
Acolyte. What is it? I don't like that name. What is that? It's weird.
Disney's weird. Listen, I mean, I wonder who this show is for. And I do know who it's for.
You don't like it?
No. Hey, listen, it's not a bad thing, but it's just not, it's just, it's let me tell you, the one thing you're not going to find, you belong in the movie because you're not going to find any straight white male heroic people in the fucking thing. And there's nothing.
Oh, so they need a straight white male hero, and you felt I should go in there and fill that role.
No,
I have the looks. I got the looks.
In this galaxy far away, there's not going to be many male heroes that you look up to.
So I should be in there and being the male hero.
They got the old Jedi. He's an Asian guy, and he's cool. He's one of the coolest guys. But I'm trying to think who is the show for? Because if you're it's for like little girls or little kids that are, look, the one who made it, who produced, write up her name, the director of the
Penny Marshall.
No, it's not her. It's
she's dead.
It is, her name is something Headley. She used to be Leslie Headland.
Mrs. Headley?
Yeah, Leslie Headland. Now listen, and it's not a bad thing. She's an open gay person, lesbian. Yeah. So, there's a lot of, like, she made up, this is how I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but when people ask, like, I was talking to my buddy Christian about it, and he's like, and I'm like, who is this? Like, who is it really for? Yeah, I know who it's for. And it's not, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. When she was young watching this show, watching Star Wars, and she sees Luke about to go on the swing across the thing away from the stormtroopers, and Leia taking, listen, they didn't know they were brother and sister. She gives them good luck, and they go
swing.
They swing. It was very cool. She's probably watching that, wishing it was two girls, and that's not a bad thing.
Right.
She's like,
it's a great thing.
That might be a great thing. Yeah. So, right away, you see like one of the main, characters, one of the girls, she's like, oh, they killed instead of the parents, they killed your brother, your sister, they killed your mother's. Well, all right, she has lesbian parents. You throw that in there just to know, hey, man, this is for us, like for them. You know what I mean? Jimmy, I'm letting you know that if you're a 12-year-old boy and you're like a kid, like when I was growing up as a kid watching Star Wars, they want to be like, and it's not even about any color, white, black, or anything. They want to be a little boy playing with a ray gun, with a blaster. They want to play with a lightsaber. Who are they supposed to look up to? One of these like little chicks? I'm just saying.
But here's the difference. When we were younger, it was a lot different. Like if you're 12 now, the norm is different. So when you see that, it doesn't represent something that's so crazy to you that it doesn't make sense. Yeah. And I think they do that. Like there's a really weird line with when they want to represent things that have been typically ignored, and then when they overdo it and it becomes too obvious and they're force feeding it. So they got to walk.
Unintended with the force feeding.
Well, yeah. Well, sometimes it's good, and sometimes we like that. But you have to. It's got to feel organic and natural. Like, hey, this is just who this is who their parents were, and you don't want to feel like the studio is lecturing.
Oh no, trust me, they are. Yeah. They're so it's like they're trying to get their wokeisms.
Yeah,
I don't know the word, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah, wokeism is fair.
They get it in there. They get it in there. So it's like, and listen, again, they got this one, the younger Jedi. He's kind of in shape. And listen, dude, he's not exactly Mace Windu. Mace Windu was a badass. Like, you know what I mean?
Who's Mace Windu?
Mace Windu is Samuel L. Jackson as a Jedi in the prequels, and he was. Well, listen, don't Samuel J. Don't you dare.
I like Samuel Jackson a lot. You ever see him as Gator? No, in Jungle Fever, Spike Lee's movie. He played a drug addict. He played Wesley Snipes' drug addict brother. So his best thing he's ever done. Yeah,
I like how it ended with him when he goes, "I got this dance, Daddy, just for you."
Yeah, Ozzie Davis.
Shooting him. Yeah, that was really weird.
That was really tragic. Yeah, and Ruby Dee was the mother. That was that's how I like Samuel Jackson. He was.
I like him in Pulp Fiction.
Very good in Pulp Fiction.
Royale with cheese.
Yep, he was great in that.
Yeah, I got that from that. And I really like him as Mace Windu. But what I'm saying, if there's a 12-year-old boy looking up to this, it's not really for him. I mean, you know what? Unless it's a little soy boy. They want to be a little pussy. I mean, so
but
listen,
a 12-year-old boy now wouldn't see it as you and I would see it at 12. Like it won't be as foreign to them.
No. But they give no heroic really, unless he just wants to look up to the chicks, which is fine. but it's not. There's no heroic. There's no Han Solos. There's
no guys, right?
I mean, there's some guys there, but there's nobody you'd want to play for Halloween. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, these guys kind of suck. Except for I like the older guy, the
Jeff.
Yeah, no, not Jeff. That's Jeff the Jedi. Jeff the Jedi might show up. But I am to predict something.
Sure.
I predict there will definitely be no heroic male like straight leads. I mean, and there's nothing. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. People are going to be like, "Oh, do you hate this show?" No, I don't hate it. It's just not really. It's not really for me. It's for a young Leslie Hanlon. You know what I mean? And that's right. Listen. So she'll be like, they didn't have anybody. As a young lesbian, I didn't have anybody to look up to in the. All right, well, now you made this for you. And you can't expect everybody to be like, wow, this is fucking great. All right, great. Because when they do stuff like that, when they're like, they killed your brother and your mothers. You could just say your parents. But when they say mothers, they're basically looking at the screen and going, that's you gotta accept. That's that's nothing wrong with that. And I get it. There is nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to fucking. I just want to have some ray gun battles. I mean, fucking.
But let me ask you a question. When does it become? Yeah, that preachy is annoying. I'm going to ask you.
That's what I feel it is.
Yeah, and when you can smell the writer's room on it, like when you can smell the intent, it's very annoying.
I smell Leslie Headland all over that thing.
But what is it like? How do you do it then? Like if you have a group that's like say is never represented on television or for movies forever. So how do you do it? What's the proper balance where you show these things just because it is realistic? Yeah. Like that's actually more realistic than only having like, especially since Star Wars is in the future. Like we see the way the world is, like that is something that would probably be common at that time. So how do you do it without feeling preachy?
Well, technically, it's a long time ago when it
it was a long time ago. I thought it was the future.
But that's not the point. Yeah, it's kind of
no. You're right. Shows you how much I pay attention.
It's a weird thing, but
because their technology was better than ours.
Yes, they're very good. But my point is, how do they do it? Listen, there's ways to make. Like, I'll give you examples of movies that are fucking like where they get it right. All right. Mad, like where there's strong leads all around. How about this? Now you could look at that for the guy. I'm not a guy that's overly looking for that stuff.
Right.
Like in other words, the newer Star Wars movies, from The Force Awakens to The Last Jedi to the
what's the one I love so much?
Stop it. But listen to me.
What is that called?
That's the Ewok Adventure or something like that.
No. The one with Darth's cameo.
Darth Maul. That's
No, I hate Darth Maul stinks. What was the one with Darth Vader's cameo at the end when they all died?
Oh, that's Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yeah, I love that one.
Hey, listen, that one had a very strong female lead. And they had cool characters all around. I like that one a lot. The Force Awakens. I really enjoyed it. Listen, some choices, yes, they made Han Solo a deadbeat dad, but he's so great in that role. When him and Chewbacca showed up and the bounty hunters are looking for him, I loved it. I loved Finn. Finn is the main guy in there, the stormtrooper. He's the black kid that was in there.
He dated Meadow.
So Finn, he was conflicted, man. He was a stormtrooper and he wanted out of there. And then he hooks up with Poe, who's there. So listen, man. And Rey, I thought Rey was great. She was great in that. She's the lead.
Yeah.
And then Rian Johnson comes in and shits all over anything. But my point is this:
he wasn't the best one.
The Force Awakens. Oh. When Rey at the end, if the Finn gets taken out by what's his name?
Cancer.
Han Solo's son.
Oh,
listen, stop it right now. Listen, you're not getting me off track with this.
No, I'm curious. How did Finn die? Did they ever get diseases in this movie?
Listen, when she catches the lightsaber and then the music comes on at the end of The Force Awakens, I had my nipples were hard. I loved it. I'm like, this is such a great. I like The Force Awakens.
I didn't see that one.
It's better than all. I liked it better than the prequels.
Is that in the music that comes on? Is that we go da 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 da?
No, it is not. It's the Star Wars music.
Oh, okay.
And it's very.
He's a jolly good fellow.
It captured a lot, and again, it had a woman lead, and Finn was the other lead. He was great. I loved everything about it. You look at the new Mad Max. Not new now. I know Furiosa. I heard was good, even though I didn't see it. But there's a way to make women badass, without it.
Sure, of course.
The thing is, the way they do it now, both Marvel and Disney, they try to force all these everything from different pronouns to everything else, where it's
it feels forced.
It feels forced. And when I'm watching this show, I'm like, all right. When I talk to my buddy, who do they make it for? Well, then that's who they made it for. The young kids that maybe they feel a little different because they're, whatever. Well, they don't because they're gay or whatever. Well, now they got something.
So you don't object, you don't object to having that stuff or those people represented. What you don't like is feeling like they're trying to teach you a lesson, or you don't feel like you don't want Star Wars trying to teach a life lesson.
I mean, you know what the life lesson is? Where how about the lessons are like this? Let's look at character development. Let's look at the good versus evil. Like, how about like Han Solo, man. He's only out for himself. He's here just for a paycheck, and he comes in at the end, and he turned back. He saved Luke. Then you look at The Empire Strikes Back, even more so. He goes back on that tauntaun. Don't go out there. You're going to freeze to death. I'll see you in hell. My buddy's out there freezing. I'm going out there. It shows the growth of a guy. I mean, there's more to it than who he wants to bang. You know
Even
what I mean?
Darth Vader, when he, at the end of the Empire, at the end of the Return of the Jedi, when he wants destroy Skywalker.
Yeah.
When the Emperor, and he puts Darth Vader, he is playing Sudoku.
He was not playing Sudoku, and you're making this a big joke. And I'll just tell you.
And then he throws the old man down the fucking well. He bullies the elderly.
You know what they did in the last one? Yeah, he deserved that prick.
He did. He was a bit of a douche.
Trying to make him evil.
Wow.
And then when he's done with him, he's going to get his son, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and then Luke wasn't even grateful. Luke was just a douche about it.
how about this? At the very end of the series, that third movie, I don't know, dude. Because after Ryan Johnson took a shit all over it,
I thought he was the best one.
J.J. Abrams comes back and tries to salvage it.
Is that Rogue One?
No.
What did JJ do?
He did The Force Awakens, and he set up everything so great. And then he had to come back in the last one after Ryan Johnson shit all over it.
What did Ryan Johnson do?
Ryan Johnson took a beloved, heroic character like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And now the end of the Force Awakens ended when she found Luke Skywalker. He was just out of the fight. He was a hermit
on a
she
beach.
Found him, and she handed him the lightsaber. She was handing it to him.
Oh,
you know, and then that's how it ended. So man, he could train her and this and that. He could be a badass.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
They made him. Not only did they make him like just a broken guy giving up on all hope, everything that he wasn't. In that movie, they show a Luke from the past so threatened or just feeling that picture this. Luke Skywalker, the ultimate hero. I mean, we're talking Han Solo's a little, oh man, he's got that little dark side, little bad boy to him.
Yeah.
Luke was just shooting romp rats on Tatooine, hanging out, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? He's a friendly guy buying some droids for his uncle. Always all about character, and he's a Jedi, and now we get to see what he's done. So when they have a flashback in The Last Jedi, they have a flashback. He's about to kill Han Solo's kid and Leia, his nephew. He's about to kill him in his sleep. He's over him with a lightsaber, and he goes, "Oh, for just a second, it washed over me." And then when I caught myself, he woke up with, the dude woke up with you over his crazy uncle with a lightsaber about to kill him in his sleep. Yeah, Ryan Johnson.
Well, there's worse things to wake up with your uncle doing while you're sleeping in his hand.
So my point is, I'm not upset about. I knew going in this would be like a woke, like
right.
You know? So I'm not upset about it. But yeah, sure. 2 seconds in, you're smelling it. But I do like some of the fight scenes. I like it's like a Jedi murder mystery. I'm gonna watch it still, but just know your target audience.
I'm gonna watch the other Star Wars. Like again, I'll watch. I thought the 3 new ones were shit, but I might watch them again because I was reading a story about the one who played young Anakin, who had who has like a mental health issues now, and he's kind of gone off the deep end a little bit. He was the kid, right? The young Anakin. I forget his name. Do you know his name?
He went to the dark side?
What's his name? Yes, kind of.
Skywalker. Let's get
You remember his name? The actor?
Kevin Holland.
That's not the actor.
Is in the waiting room.
I can't believe I finally have an interesting thing to talk about with Star Wars. We have to get Kevin Holland in. Maybe I'm going to ask Kevin when he comes in because he likes this stuff, right?
Let's ask Kevin.
Let me ask Kevin because Kevin, hey buddy, are you a Star Wars guy?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I watch a little bit of Star Wars.
Do you know who played the actor? Who played young Anakin Skywalker? He kind of went a little crazy as he got older. Oh, you don't know his name? Okay.
Jimmy, he doesn't know. He doesn't care either. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't keep up with anything, brother.
Jake
to be honest
Lloyd.
with you,
Jake
I'm horrible
Lloyd.
at stuff.
Yeah, man. Kevin, he's making us uncomfortable. Jimmy, put your shirt on. Our shirt off. Me and Kevin have our shirts off.
I know.
You're making us uncomfortable. Take your shirt off, please.
I can't do it.
It's rude. Kevin is here.
I can't do it.
Okay. Kevin, congratulations on your fight. Now, this is what I want to start off with, because you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel, for the sake, it's one or the other, for the crowd, the audience, or for something in your that's inside you, that you will fight somebody with maybe, I'm not sure if you have, and I don't mean this the wrong way, if you have a game plan, but I think that you would fight just for the sake of the audience, to make an exciting fight. You would choose maybe not the best game plan sometimes or strategy for the W. I feel that whether it's something for yourself or for the fans, you just want to be exciting. Now, am I seeing it wrong, or what or not?
I just love a good fight. I like to go in there and fight. You know what I mean?
Your jiu-jitsu's fucking way above average. It's so good. I mean, but we hardly see it. We see it. How about I don't know if we would have seen it in that fight unless he knocked you down, which is a blessing in disguise. I love jiu-jitsu and I love arm locks. I love brutal arm locks.
I have a jiu-jitsu question, because I watched it again, and and again, this is my ignorance. You had him, you grabbed his arm with your left arm, I think, and he had your right arm trapped under his thigh. He looked like your right arm was kind of trapped, and you were moving it closer to kind of grab his arm with both arms. And then he stepped back, I guess, to escape, and he freed up your arm, and you grabbed with both arms. Would he have been better off not moving like that and keeping your right arm trapped, or would you still have been able to finish that?
I think in all reality, I think he'd have been better off not trying to strike so much once his arm got caught, and not trying to stack up so much, but just more so looking for the grapple. You know what I mean? When I say stack, I mean he was just going straight back like this. He should have been looking to stack me over this way, knee in the butt, start digging that arm either all the way in, trying to get back to triangle position, or stacking a proper way to pull the arm out. I just think he was making a mistake trying to strike. The arm underneath the leg, I was trying to rock him over just in case he was smart. He wasn't smart, so I pulled the arm out between the leg and just, held on tight. It's like riding a horse,
People aren't afraid as much of striking between the legs there, striking in the guard, when they literally should be getting a better position, especially with somebody, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and a guy that nowadays everybody's concerned with getting up. But there is something to be said about having a dangerous guard. Michal was not in that quick tap club. So what I loved about the arm lock is it's not like you were desperate for it. You had it, and it's almost like you were being a gentleman. It's almost like you had it, and you're like, all right, are you going to tap? No, it's coming home with me. That's what I see. And I like how he was complaining about the stoppage for almost 1 second, and then he realized his arm's in half. So he was like, you stopped it. All right, I get it.
But isn't he still saying it's not broken? He still saying it's not broken?
Dude,
I don't know.
Hey, man.
I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but it's pretty fucked up, I would tell you that.
You felt it pop?
How'd it feel?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, a little pop, a little here, a little pop there, and then it wasn't popping anymore. It was just getting flimsy, so I was like, fuck it.
What were you saying to Herb Dean? Because you look like you were talking to Herb.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to stop it? I was like, I got him stretched out. And he was like, no. And I was like, looked at the guy, I was like, bro, tap. He was like, no. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it. Muster it up and just rip it home.
Wow. Yeah, you reset. It looked like, if I remember right, you reset, like you had it and then you leaned over and then you kind of reset again a second time and wrapped it up even tighter. And I think that was when Herb stopped it. But I couldn't believe he didn't tap. So what happens in a moment like that? Is the guy just numb, or is he in shock, or is it just one of those rarely flexible people?
I think it kind of started popping as we were turning over. So it was kind of like one of those situations where it was already popped when they like instantly popped like that. He probably didn't feel it anymore once the adrenaline kicked in. And at that point in time, I figured I was going to have to rip his bone through his skin and go home with it. But Herb stopped it. So I was going to keep ripping though.
It's a good one when I'm watching, like, I'm looking like a horror movie. Listen, jiu-jitsu, they call it the gentle art, but oh man, it can be brutal. and I love it. I love it, man. I recommend you do more jiu-jitsu in the fight, you know?
Yeah, Travis would say the same. Fight a little smarter.
Were you planning to go to the ground with this guy at all, or not really? What are you thinking?
Yeah, if he hit me with a good shot, I was planning to go to the ground with him. He hit me with a good shot while I was throwing the kick, so I went to the ground and he came to the ground with me. So that worked out smooth, you know.
How hurt were you when you went down? Not bad.
Not at all. He was hitting me. I was on one leg, and it's like I just couldn't stay on. I couldn't stay on two because I was never on two. You know.
Were you surprised he came down with you? Were you kind of like were you kind of expected that's what he would do?
I expect everybody to wrestle. You know, it's like either they're gonna wrestle or somewhere down the line I might wrestle. So I wasn't, you know, especially at 85. You know, it's like they all want to get me down. So he landed a good shot. He came down thinking the fight was over, I guess, and it was over.
Hey man, it's good to get. Listen, you're one of those guys that win or lose, you're never going anywhere as far as getting out of the UFC. Everybody loves watching you fight. It feels good though to get a win after a couple losses. No, it feels good to get that fucking win.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. It always feels better to get 2 checks than 1.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Now, Kevin, how soon do you want to get back in there, man? Because I mean, there was one year you were in there like every other week.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with 303, right? It's looking like if Connor's out, it doesn't matter who you put in there with Chandler. It doesn't matter what you do. We were all expecting Connor. So if we're all expecting Connor, we're going to need a few things to make up for Connor. A few things means a few things, no matter how you look at it. A few things could be Chandler fighting somebody else, which would be fun. Doesn't matter who it is. Still won't mount up to Connor. So then you're going to need one more thing. And one more thing is going to be somebody else fun. Fighting somebody else. And I'm fun. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting. Nobody knew who Michael Harry said. Nobody knew who he was before the fight, but he got embedded time after fighting me. So, you know, it's like, for being 100% honest, it's fun no matter who I fight. So like I said, it doesn't matter if they take me up. It doesn't matter if they put me down. Just keep Kev around. Put me in there. UFC 303, wherever you got, whoever you want me to fight. Just, you know, people like it when I win. So make sure it's a tomato can. And I'll be good.
When you're because you're very confident and you're very a fan favorite for that reason. But as a person, like if you drop a couple, because one was a split decision and Michael Page fought very well. Does it hit your confidence at all? Does a quick win?
Michael Page kicked my ass that night, and I'm okay with that.
But you know what I mean? Like, does it shake your confidence at all? As a very confident guy, do you start to go like, all right, what do I have to do here, or does it not affect you?
No, I'm pretty proficient with a 45-70, and I'm starting to get pretty good with a 308. So confidence is never shaken from a fist fight, you know?
I like in that fight with Michael Page, when you went back to your corner, you're like, he's a little faster than I expected. It was something like you were very honest. Yeah. Man, you're calm as shit in there. You went back and you assessed that first round, almost like he's not there to get hit. You know what I mean? He is out of all the guys to prepare for, he is that's an odd. How do you get the sparring partners like that? You just bring in karate guys? Is that what you do?
I called a few. They didn't want to even help me out, so I was like, he's a wiry, slippery son of a bitch. But wiry and slippery is hard to deal with. Next time we're fighting, somebody throw a banana peel in there. He'll slip, he'll fall, and I'll have a little bit more time with him on the ground. So either way, it's all good. It's like I think the guy did phenomenal that night. I think he does phenomenal a lot of nights. That's why I'm a fan of the way he fights. So I got the opportunity to go on there and find out if I could have been Bellator champ with the best Bellator champ they had. Probably not, but I'm pretty sure I'd have kicked everybody else in Bellator's ass. So I'll stick myself in UFC where the money's good and the honeys are better.
Yeah.
You talked to Trump afterwards. Was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, it was my first time meeting him, first time ever having some words with him. Last time that he was there at a fight, it was him, Dana, Kid Rock, and Mike Tyson. And when I say that order, I said it wrong. It was actually Kid Rock, Mike Tyson, Trump, and then it was Dana. And it was a hell of a crowd to be in front of. And I got a left hook knockout in front of Mike Tyson, but I hopped over the fence and I spoke to Dana and Dana only. This time when I hopped over the fence, I realized there's a lot of people that signed my check. Dana, Hunter. There's 2 people that have to match make me, whether it's Mick or Sean. And then I realized that last time I was there, I didn't talk to Mr. Trump. So I just simply apologized to him for not talking to him last time. I said, "What's up, my nigga?" And he said, "What's up, my nigga?" And it was good to go.
Is it when you meet someone like that, does it affect you at all? Like whether you like the guy or not doesn't matter. He's still a former president, or is it nothing?
No, it was cool. That didn't really bother me. It's like it's pretty cool to meet somebody that was on The Simpsons once before. So that's always pretty badass to me.
It is funny to watch Secret Service. They have to because they always want to keep people away, and then they have fighters coming over the fence, and they're like, "All right, what are you going to do? Just hope he has good intentions."
Yeah, they were actually pretty cool. They wear those binoculars like we do when we go pig hunting. So it was phenomenal to see those. I was asking them if they ever go pig hunting. They said no, but all in all, they were pretty cool guys. And meeting Trump, that was pretty awesome. It's like I got excited for that, but I'm always excited anytime I get to hop that fence, talk to Dana, and talk to anybody that's next to him. So
yeah, that's nice. It was a cool picture, and I think Strickland did the same thing. And he's got to love it.
They always copy me. It's hard
they all want to be you. How about Mike? Did you talk to Mike at all, especially after having that knockout in front of him?
No. First time I hopped that fence, I just simply spoke to the boss. I was happy to talk to the boss. It's like that was that first time that ever happened. It was after breaking my hand. So I was just happy to be back in the game. I just told myself anytime I hopped that fence, I would not make the mistake again. Anybody that's there, take the opportunity to meet them because you never know if it's going to happen again. So it was definitely pretty cool.
Is that Tyson fight off or on with Jake Paul?
Mike had an ulcer attack on a plane, and they actually delayed it. I don't think they've set a new date, but they still want it to be at the old Cowboy Stadium, whatever they call it, AT&T Stadium in Texas. I'm going to guess August, September, just for weather reasons. That's my guess.
What do you think about that one, Matt?
I mean, I'd like to. You got to look at the fact that he's 57 years old, man. That is something. But it's still Mike Tyson. He's not your average 57-year-old, and I'm sure he's on some shit. So I would still think that Mike Tyson would. I feel he hit some. I still think he could decapitate him. He gets him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean he could decapitate anybody as long as he can hit them.
Or body punches. I think he would start with body punches. I think he would try to get him with body punches and then maybe uppercut.
I heard it's.
You guys don't think Jake Paul possibly hits a little hard?
Oh
sure
no,
does.
I wouldn't discredit him at all. I mean, I think he's a beast. He is a tough guy, and he's pretty smart with his opponents. Like if you're gonna fight Mike Tyson,
I don't even want to see it.
Fight him at 60. Don't fight him at fucking 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to see it. It's like because if he gets lucky, I'll be so disappointed. You know what I mean? It's like to see Paul get that type of victory over somebody so legendary.
At the end of the day, though, you still will know that the guy's 60 almost. That's why when I saw Vita Belfort when he beat Evander Holyfield, and it's like he just fucking won the Olympics. He's like, yeah. It's like, dude, but the guy is fucking 60. I mean,
it's like, but how do I argue to my son one day when he's looking at the record book and he goes, well, this YouTuber. It's like, oh yeah. God.
True. It's like,
but if Tyson beats him, I think Jake Paul again to fight, but he wasn't able to knock. I think he fought a couple of guys that he wasn't able to knock out.
Couldn't knock out Silva, right?
He did knock out Anderson, right? Yeah.
Nate Diaz went there.
Nate, that's right.
I like when Mike Tyson is at the press conference. And he's like, he couldn't knock out Nick Diaz. He's talking about Nate Diaz. Man, he does 140 pounds. What's he going to do? That's another thing.
Nate's a hard guy to finish, though. Nate's a very hard guy to finish.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Tyson's got a 20-inch neck. That doesn't go right. Hey, man.
But, hey, Tyson touches him once. Pow, boom, pang, boom, is done. Nothing to worry about. I'm smoking kush on the couch, enjoying it,
Yeah.
Hey, now, are you enjoying yourself now? What are you going to do after a fight? Like, are you just – I don't think you don't need to go on a vacation, man. Your life's a vacation, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we fought Saturday, pretty much finished, done with media and everything by Sunday. You get home Sunday, took a nap, woke up, went hunting, stacked about seven of them things up. It was nice. Woke up today, went and rode the horse, hung out with my son at the ranch, my buddy's ranch, and and then I'll go ahead today. I'll go to the gym and I'll watch the boys spar and I'll show face, and then I'll go do some band work tonight, lift a few weights because from being 85, we all know I gotta get out of that skinny frame a little bit. So it's like a vacation. What vacation, man? What are we talking about here? Old people go on vacations. I'm not old just yet.
You're not old. I'm getting there. So is Jimmy. Now, with the hunting, I mean, that takes a lot of patience, I'd imagine, man. You could be that. Are you up in one of those perches or what the fuck you call those
The
things?
stands.
Yes.
I'm not really big. I'm not really big on the stands. Now, when it gets cold out and the feeders have been going up and they've been going and you got those guys on the game cam and you kind of know what time they're going to be there, and you can pre-plan for that. I'll get out there 2 hours early. I'll have a good stand. And when I say good stand, I mean a good stand, real big stand. Put some headphones in, listen to TV on the headphones. I'll enjoy the stand. I'll use the stand like I'm at the man cave away from the house. And once the animal comes up, it's like I'll go ahead and smoke him. He'll never even know I was there. I'll enjoy that. I'm not your average hunter, but I like getting out there in the sticks. First time I ever hunted was in New Mexico, and we were walking through the woods and stuff like that. And we got that elk like that, and that was a very wonderful experience. So I enjoy, being in the carts, driving up and down the pastures, hopping out when we see some pigs, giving them the business, and then I enjoy sitting out with the buddies on a tall back of a truck, smoking a joint, and calling in some coyotes from a good distance and then giving coyotes the business. So I just enjoy being out there. I don't enjoy the mosquitoes, but I enjoy it.
How do you call the coyotes? Is it
I got a caller.
like
It's downstairs. Yeah. Something close to that. Something close to that. It howls and you can make the mating sound, like if you got a girl out there calling in a guy to try to come in and do some things, or you can make a puppy in distress, or there's a couple different sounds that you can make. You can just do all these different things, and they tend to come in pretty well.
I think it's very rude.
Yes.
There's one thing with a puppy in distress. That's fine. Maybe he's looking for a meal.
But the sex.
Don't get the elk all horny. You don't want to see a big elk with a big elk heart on. Like, where is she? And you take it away. I mean, maybe his last thought is that he's going to bust a nut, and that might be a good thing. And
that's usually how we get the coyotes. Usually run up all happy, like it's mating season, and they're about to have a good old baddie out there, and then next thing you know, pow! It's a pretty good feeling. It's pretty.
How stupid a coyote must feel when he runs in with an erection instead of a woman. He sees you with a rifle. He's like, oh shit! He just knows.
Now, isn't the coyote a little gamey? How is the coyote?
Huh?
You eat coyote?
No, those things are dangerous, man. They go up to your property, they kill your pets, and they're just a menace to society. Yeah. So I tend to just take care of the land every once in a while. We call ourselves weekend heroes, and every once in a while on the weekend I'm a hero.
What state is this?
Texas.
Oh, you are
all year long in Texas. All year long. All day, every year.
Jimmy,
early in the morning, late at night.
What's that, Matt? I thought Matt asked something. Sorry.
Yes, I did. I said, you just started jiu-jitsu. You're becoming more manly by the day. I could see you with a little camouflage outfit on, like a little.
I don't like hunting. Like, I don't have the patience for it. And I hate fishing. I hate anything outdoorsy.
Yeah, I don't fish.
Yeah, I don't like it. And the only time I would hunt is if I ate something. Like Rogan will shoot elk and then he cooks them, and you're like, fuck, that looks good. Like, and there is something very like base about killing something and eating it. Like that's what humans are meant to do. So I think that's great if people do that.
Yeah, I do a lot of eating. I mean, I can go show you my deep freezer. It's stuff full of elk, red deer, little water buffalo, little bison, a little bit of everything. I'm like a little bit of a meat market for exotic meats. I have a little bit of everything. I even go out and get my own cows and chop them down myself too. So yeah, I feel you on that 100%. But it's like if you're not going to eat it, you better kill something that's bad for the land. And when it comes to those coyotes and those, those hogs cause over $1 billion worth of destruction a year towards crops and farms. And you need those crops and farms to be able to eat. So I'll take care of that for you guys. Don't worry. Kev got you.
Thank you. Yeah, I just don't have the patience to do it. Do you go up and when you hunt deer, you ever go in like a deer stand and just have to sit there for a few hours?
Yeah, every once in a while. As I was standing, man, I go in a deer stand. I usually take a tablet, take some headphones, and we'll watch a TV show that I've been wanting to watch while I'm up there waiting for something to come. It's usually on timers. The feed comes out on a timer. You kind of know when it's going to come. Something might walk by and it's like I'm not completely glued to the thing, so I'll peek up every couple seconds. The show's never that good.
Right.
But I make the best out of the time. Usually my uncle's there with me and we're sitting up there, we're smoking one, talking about some stuff throughout the week, and next thing you know, he's like, hey, and it's like, hey, and we're good to go,
How high up are you when you're in a deer stand?
Let's say about 12 feet in the air.
12 feet.
Now, are you still messing around with video games? Or you're too busy playing it for real, killing things and. You fuck around.
I still play the PS5 here and there, but I don't play as much as I used to. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of nights we're out there hunting, and I'm enjoying it. And then in the daytime is when I used to have that free time. I'm trying to get out to the ranch and ride the horse, which I don't do enough. So I'm just trying to get better at it. I'm trying to get better at it all. You know, spend a little bit more time outside and with the family and doing things like that, or this nature. You know, it's like I want my own ranch. So if I got to have my own ranch, I got to be able to be used to doing these things over here if I can do my own.
You ever watch Yellowstone?
Nope, I never watched Yellowstone or any of those other stones, but you know,
Well,
I do enjoy Red Dead Redemption.
It's big on the whole ranch thing. It's what it's all about. And then for they love to cater to like that audience of just that love watching the bull riding and the bulls, because they'll just put scenes that are just totally just for that crowd.
Gratuitous, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm like, all right, look, man. I mean, that's great. We're at a rodeo, but I want to see some action. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I thought of that. Your own ranch sounds like a lot. It's like living off the land, like you live off your ranch type of thing with your own eggs and pigs and everything else like that. Or
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably more than likely, you know, when the time comes, I'll get it started. You know, fighting's still the main priority right now, and then, you know, by the time I'm over and done with all the fighting and everything, and I'm done with all these little things, I do plan on retiring to the ranch. You know,
that sounds cool, man.
Yeah.
you got to go out one way or another, right? Why not go out on your own land?
Oh shit, yeah, man. I
You
like
seem
it.
to-
Maybe
yeah.
I could visit you like my cousin Vinny in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be
Come
stuck
on
in
out.
mud.
I'll have plenty of things out there to do. Plenty of things.
Jimmy, we should go and visit that. Me and you on the UFC Unfiltered visits the ranch. And
I'm so bad with. I like animals a lot, and I like petting them and fucking with them, but I'm so bad in that environment.
I think it'll be funny.
Yeah, I have to
don't worry,
shit all the time.
My cabin will be to die for. I'll still have Wi-Fi there. No, don't get it twisted.
Oh, you got a cabin.
You need luxuries, Jimmy.
I like a gentleman's accommodations. Yeah, there's a lot of years of doing gigs in bad motels. Now I'm the worst with hotels. Kevin, look, congratulations on that win. I was really happy for you. It was a great win, and you didn't take any damage. So I hope they get you on this next card. That would be really awesome. Or if not, before the end of the summer, I'm sure you're ready to go.
Oh yeah, sooner the better. The later the better. Anytime, any place, anywhere. I'm always down. And anyone, you know me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man. We'd love to have you again, maybe either right before or right after your next fight, which hopefully will be very soon. And again, congrats. You look great, and it was a beautiful finish.
Yes,
Thank
man.
you, boss.
Love that fucking arm lock. I've been teaching arm locks all week. Just you inspired me for that.
Heck yeah, Matt. That's what's up, baby.
Kevin, man, thanks, dude. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Take care of yourself,
Yes, sir.
man.
All right, guys. Appreciate you.
Okay,
care,
bye,
Kev.
Kevin.
Hey, man, listen.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the show.
He's
Jimmy,
great. Is this his 12th time on the show?
Yeah, well, listen. We're old friends by this point.
Yeah.
Jimmy, the show was like in light speed, warp speed.
It was. Yes, it really did.
And hey, the Acolyte, hey, check it out. It's again, I told you what it's about. And, I'm going to watch it either way.
Yes, of course, as you should.
I'm not an angry guy like that's not my Star Wars. No, you know what it is? It's her Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
her.
what do you think a lightsaber is, Matt? I mean, it's two guys holding a lightsaber like they're dicks, knocking them together. There's always been a homoerotic, two guys beating their big, colorful penises together. Who wins? Who loses? I mean, come on.
I love Star Wars.
That's what a lightsaber is. It really is. It's just symbolic of a big penis.
Well, listen, another great episode of UFC Unfiltered. And
Yes.
Jimmy.
Thank you to Kevin. I'm so happy we had him on.
If we were in the Star Wars universe, I'd be a rebel. I'd be a heroic figure. And you'd be my little Jawa buddy. Jawa is the one that he's on the Tatooine, and I'd put you in like a little cloak, and every once in a while you go, Houdini! And you'll bring up your gun.
I wouldn't care for that.
Listen,
we talked a lot of Star Wars today.
Maybe we tapped out with this.
No, I don't mind. It's fun.
When I do my own YouTube thing, July 31st,
that's right.
That's what it's gonna be mostly.
Yeah.
I'll save that talk for that.
Sure.
But this is fun though. People do like this.
I love it.
Or not.
I I have a new video up with my wife. We covered, went to Norway Day here in New York, and we vlogged it, and I think people liked the video. Ooh. So come watch it. I'm going to be in Idaho and Portland this weekend, and tonight, Fat Black Pussycat, 7 p.m.
Jimmy, I had almost, if it's possible, I almost had too much fun.
I didn't, but I had definitely a good amount of fun.
All right. You don't want to.
Oh, we should plug. Oh, hold on a second. You're correct, Jake. Hold on a second. What? We should. There's a fight coming up this Saturday, and we've been yapping like idiots. Cannonier, Nasruddin Imavov, a great fight. That's this Saturday. Cannonier Imavov. That's Louisville, Kentucky. 5 p.m. are the prelims on ESPN Plus. 8 p.m. is the main card, ESPN Plus and ESPN. And Raul Rosas Jr. Again, Ricky Turcios. We thought we were going to have him on today, but I guess it was a scheduling mix-up. And the co-main is Reyes, Dustin Jacoby. I wanted to mention Dom Reyes the other day, too, because he was 12-0 at one point, and now he's lost 4 straight fights. After that John Jones fight, which everyone kind of thinks Dominic won, there's something, and a couple of them have been finishes in a row. I want to say the last 3 have been finishes, if I'm not crazy. Did that do something to him, or is he just fighting a higher level of?
A higher level.
Let me check. I think the last 3 have been finishes. I'm not reading them and pretending to guess. 3 TKO, 3 knockouts in a row. Yeah.
But he's in those fights where he lands correctly. He's knocking them out. He's a do or die guy.
Yeah.
Just like how you always point out, The Ultimate Fighter season 4. It's never too late for a comeback.
Yeah.
I'm posing. I won that show, but it has nothing to do with talking about comeback.
Yeah,
Jimmy, I had so much.
Me too. I did until this last 10 seconds. I had a great time.
Hey man, I'm gonna watch the new Ultimate Fighter. It is out now, correct?
Okay, yes, it is.
Team Valentina versus Team Grasso.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm just adding it in there.
All right. What's going on with Connor, by the way? Do we know? Or has that not been decided yet? Are they speculating that he's not going to be on?
I don't know, man. I've seen him not personally, but I've seen him at the club with his wife getting down. Interesting training. Not really. They were out there
when you got to deal with Michael Chandler. Unless he does that in some weird strategic way, because he loves to be in someone's head. And does he almost want to appear untrained or undertrained?
If that's the case, his acting was better than it was in Roadhouse.
Come on.
He was doing great out there. Listen, I don't think that was a facade. Hey, man.
I'm just saying.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to the fights. I love that Cannonier, you know?
Yeah. I think he's going to fight. They're saying there's great positivity that he will still fight. So let's hope so. I would feel bad for Chandler if he didn't.
Yeah, man, listen, I think they're going to mix it up.
Yeah, I hope so.
And me and you'll be mixing it up on next Monday.
Yes.
Bang, bang, bang. What? Oh, shit. I'm going to let you know if I could be here next Monday. I got a neurologist appointment. No, cardiologist, someologist. But I'll let you know. I'll probably be here.
All right. Well, if not, we'll cover. And if you are, that will be great too. And hopefully Thursday we can do that. I would love to see you here.
Jimmy, always love to see you. Hey, everybody, This hour flew by. Thank you so much, UFC Unfiltered. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Unfiltered Army.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
More like a small brigade. All right. See you. Bye.
Fat Black Pussycat tonight.
Tonight, 7 p.m.
Enjoy. Kill, Jimmy, kill.
I hope so. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.